Let's bring in NBC News congressional correspondent Julie Tsirkin. So, Julie, good morning. We are hearing for the first time from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. What's his take on the allegations?
Well, his take is that he's going to essentially stay out of it, much of which we heard after the first time the former president was indicted in New York. The minority leader of the Senate, Republican Mitch McConnell, largely staying silent on this issue. He hasn't commented on it at all since the indictment fell, since the indictment was unsealed on Friday as well. Take a listen to what he told reporters yesterday when asked about this.
Look, the Republican campaign for the nomination has already been going on for 6 months. It's going to be going on for a year longer. And I'm just simply not going to comment on the candidates. We've got a bunch of them, and I'm just simply going to stay out of it.
Now, obviously, it's no secret that privately and publicly, Mitch McConnell and the former President Trump don't have a very good relationship. So his comments do track with his prior ones.
Some congressional Republicans, Julie, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, have come to Trump's defense. Not all GOP members are jumping on board, as Savannah and Mark were just talking about. What are some of the concerns they're sharing about Trump as he runs for president again?
Yeah, well, it's super notable. You're looking at this divide sort of grow among Republicans in Congress. And it's interesting because really at the tip of the spear, obviously you have Speaker McCarthy and leadership who is very much looking into this in the corner of the former president. But you're hearing from a plethora of voices, not just moderates like Senator Murkowski and Romney, who said that this was essentially a stain. Romney said that he was angry that the former president brought this upon himself. He could have just handed those documents over when asked, but also from prominent conservatives, some on the hard right in the House, for example, like Ken Buck, the Colorado congressman, who was just, by the way, holding up the floor so Speaker McCarthy couldn't use it as he wanted to. He said he would have major concerns if there was, quote, a convicted felon in the White House, even if he ended up winning the party's nomination, as Savannah was just saying. He's ahead by those double digits. But it's notable you're hearing this divide from different Republicans who are not in the former president's corner, who perhaps are looking at other candidates in light of this as well.
And Julie, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance announced yesterday he's putting a hold on Justice Department nominees in response to Trump's indictment and arraignment. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so Vance actually tweeted, quote, "I think we have to grind this department to a halt until Merrick Garland, the attorney general, promises to do his job and stop going after political opponents." Vance has endorsed the former president. He was one of the earliest endorsements in Congress for Trump. And he essentially is saying that he's going to slow down the confirmation process for Department of Justice nominees. There are a whole slew of them. It's not clear how much leverage he's going to have because, of course, they will still end up getting confirmed. He can slow them down, but he can't stop them from happening. But it's not clear what exactly he's looking for. He says he wants Garland to stop holding political opponents hostage in this situation, but he's not saying what would get him to lift that hold. Nonetheless, though, it shows the influence that the former president continues to have, particularly among his supporters, in Congress.
All right, Julie, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.